This is David with Inspire Precision, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the Beeman Raider. Accuracy for under $200? Let's find out. So what we have in front of us today is the Beeman Raider. The model number is 1331. This is a 22 caliber pre-compressed pneumatic. It's got a hardwood stock. The stock is really nothing to speak of. It's not extremely fancy, but it is hardwood stock. So you know, getting away from synthetics with this model, maybe that's something that you want in your next rifle. I'll read off some specs for you right now. This is 4.9 pounds. It's almost 5 pounds. It's really not that heavy. It is 34 inches long, so really not a very long rifle either. You've got fiber optic irons, front and rear. It looks like we got yellow and orange. Yellow in the rear, orange in the front. This rifle, you can fill to 3,500. It says maximum fill pressure 3,500. Although, when you look at the gauge on the bottom of the rifle, I am pretty sure that that gauge goes up to 3,625, pretty much just like every other newer style rifle, 250 bar or 3,625. You know, that is within the tolerance of that gauge, so whether you choose just to fill it up to 3,500 or 3,625, this rifle is under 200 bucks. You could probably find this on sale somewhere for about 150, maybe normal price of about 175. Definitely an affordable air gun. So we are going to do our standard chronograph testing. We're going to load up a bunch of mags. These just happen to use the same mags as a lot of the other Beeman rifles, so I'm going to load up a bunch of mags. We are going to take it outside. We're going to see where the rifle starts out and where the rifle drops off, how many shots we get before you need to fill it up again. Now this rifle, the cylinder size, I don't have a good number for you, but it looks to be 100 cc's about. So this rifle certainly is capable to be filled with a hand pump easily. So you don't really need a compressor for this. A hand pump will work just fine. But yeah, so we're going to take this out. We're going to do our chronograph testing, and then we're going to get some shots on target. I've got my swinging targets out there, and we are going to get out there and we're going to ring those swinging targets to see what kind of fun this is as a plinker. And you know, if it's accurate enough, how good it will be as a simple pest control rifle. Why don't we get out there and see what we come up with? We're back out on the range to do our standard chronograph test with the Beeman Raider. Why don't we just get right into it? I've got the 14.3 grain Crossman hollow points, and I've got a bunch of mags loaded up. So we're going to see how many shots the Beeman Raider gets out of a full fill. That focus is there. You see we got a full fill. See how many shots we get before our velocities start dropping off. Give you a good idea of what you can expect. All right. $9.15, $9.11, $9.12, $9.39, $9.35, $9.39, $9.43, $9.49, $9.45, $9.40. $9.40. Okay, that was our last round there. Next mag. $9.34. 927, 926, 921, 917, 913, 903, 893, 2 more, 885, 877. So that was 20 rounds. Get the third mag. 871. 866. It seems like we're dropping. 855. 845. 833. 820. 810. 793. We got 2 rounds left. 787. 777. Okay, that was the third mag. Let's do one more mag of 10 for 40 rounds and see where we end up. 765. 734. We're dropping off pretty good now. Oh. 741. 730. 716. 703. 695. 685. 667. We got one more. 660. So probably about the 4th mag that you'd want to refill the gun. It seemed like the pressures were dropping off pretty drastically even after the 2nd full magazine. So I'm going to say about 3 mags total, 30 rounds. You'd probably be comfortable. By the 4th mag, you could squeak it out. If you're doing anything but plinking with this, you probably want to refill it. So I'm going to refill the gun. I'm going to reload my magazines, and I'm going to see what kind of hits we can get on some of those swinging targets. All right, I've got 3 more magazines loaded. Just to show you guys, we've been gassing this up to about 3625 or 250 bar. You could see there, if it focuses there. So 3625. And maybe about 30 shots. I didn't show you the, after we shot the 40 where it ended up. I am going to show you where it ends up after the 30 rounds that we try on the swinging targets. Now I have not sighted this in, so hopefully I can actually hit something. We'll find out. That's probably a disservice to the rifle, not sighting it in, but you can see it in real time. Okay, I feel like I was just a little low. So after a while of struggling with the iron sights and not really being able to achieve a satisfactory result, I have mounted our trusty 1-4 on it to give this Beeman Raider a fighting chance. Once again, we are charged up to 3600 about. One thing that I have noticed as I've been shooting this, the bolt has been harder and harder to cock that hammer back. Hopefully that is a trend that starts to go back in the other direction as I work this in. But now that this has a fighting chance of actually getting on those swinging targets, let's shoot 30 more rounds and then I'll show you guys where our gauge ends up. Oh, a little high. So I was getting this sighted in for lower pressure in the tank, so let's just compensate a little bit and bring it down. Okay, that was a solid hit. Another solid hit. Solid hit. Okay, 4 solid hits in a row. I think this definitely qualifies as an awesome backyard plinker. Let's do some more. Again, we're only at 25 yards. With a 4-power scope, you should be able to hit almost anything that you aim at. We've got one more in this mag. All right. Let's go to the next mag. Four in a row, pretty good. Four more. Ooh, didn't take my time, missed that one. After 20 rounds, guys, this is where we're sitting, if you can see that. Really, 20 for sure. The third mag to get 30. I think you may find that it's almost touch and go on that one. Not really enough air in the cylinder for much more than maybe 25. Let's see how we do with these next 10 though. Ah, that one's standing up. Let's knock it down. I think our point of impact is dropping a little bit. Should have 2 more rounds. Maybe we didn't have 2 more. No, but we're out. Okay, guys. So you can see by the third complete mag, we've dropped below the green, which lets me know that really probably going to get about 25 good shots out of this. You know, the struggles I had with the iron sights are what they are. They're plastic, they can move. I hope you guys can see that this Beeman Raider will be a faithful backyard plinker. If you can put a scope on it, I'm sure you can get this dialed in good enough for you if you shoot it a lot. But you put a scope on it, get the scope dialed in, it turns from a nice, faithful backyard plinker into a very capable small game and pest control rifle. Yeah, not too bad. Why don't we head back in and wrap it up? I hope you guys enjoyed our time with the Beeman Raider. As you can see now, some of the issues with unscripted, unrehearsed content is sometimes you run into some hiccups, and I could not get this to group at all with the included fiber optic sights, and we threw our trusty 1-4 on it and brought it right in. You can definitely see that the Beeman Raider is a capable shooter. Now, we only took it out to 25. I'm sure that you could extend this to 50 yards, no issue, and have the same good performance. A couple things I don't like about it. I don't like that I couldn't get the iron sights dialed in. It seems like we just ran out of travel in the up direction. It just stopped moving. The sight actually physically stopped moving when I was turning the adjustment screw. I also don't really care for how stiff the bolt is to lock that hammer back. That is probably something that will get looser over time as you shoot it, but I was finding probably around maybe the 100th round, around there, 120 rounds through it, it was getting really difficult to bring that bolt back. Hopefully that's something in the future as you were shooting this past that point, that it gets a little bit easier to cock back. I also think it's pretty loud, but if you're out in the backyard, you know, it's probably still quiet enough to be backyard safe. You know, that's about it. I still think it is well worth the cost of under $200. I think Beeman has a wonderful range of pre-compressed pneumatics under that price point. Being as light as it is, if you could sight this iron sights in and won't have to, you know, put a heavy optic on it, I think it would be a wonderful gun just to sling around your back and just to take out for a nice hike. That's about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give us a like. Comment down below what you think about the Beeman Raider. Is it a yes or is it a no for you? And if you want to, give us a subscribe. It always helps us onward and upward. This was David at Inspire Precision, and I want to remind you to break out of your comfort zone, learn a new skill, and have a great day.